After building up a work table in a previous video, the next important thing for my lab was the proper lighting. I already have a small light bulb in my lab, but still it is not sufficient for me. I cannot purchase any light bulb right now because of the current pandemic, so I have to build my own. I had purchased this LED from a nearby scrap store way before coronavirus was even known. It has proper dissipation with very high quality LED strips. If we open up this solar lamp by removing the 4 screws in the back, we can find these high quality LED chips with some electronics inside. If we still dig a bit deeper, we can see 3 constant current LED drivers with some other electronics inside for the 3 sections of LEDs in which the whole panel has been divided. So now I would like to take a minute to briefly explain the basic nature of LEDs and how the constant current LED driver will extend the lifetime. Let's suppose we have a LED of 1 watt with 3 volt forward voltage. So the LED will consume around 0.33 amp of current. But after powering it for a while, the forward voltage will begin to fall and come to rest at like 2.3 or 2.5 volt. And because the forward voltage has been reduced, the current consumption will rise to keep the power constant at 1 watt according to the formula of power, which is voltage times current. So now if we put the values into our formula, it turns out that the same LED which consumed 0.33 amp is now consuming around half an amp of current, which slowly and steadily kills the LED. The constant current LED driver limits the current to a safe limit and does not let the current rise even when the forward voltage starts getting lower. This is not much of an issue for the small LEDs like quarter watt, but in the absence of this constant current LED driver, the high power LEDs won't last for long. Enough description now. At the front of the PCB, we have 4-pin terminal block for the connection of lamp to the battery and to the solar panel. And since I don't really care about the solar panel, I will just connect the power wires to the battery terminal. As the light grew after I connected the power, it shows that my LED panel is okay, and now it is time to create a proper mounting setup for it. I do electronics work here on this table, but I do other mechanical stuff like grinding, welding, etc. on the floor. So I need to make a mount which allows me to rotate the light wherever I want according to my need. To make the mount, I took a pipe of length 4 inches which can slide into my LED panel. I also took a 8-inch square tube with a hole in the bottom. Both will get welded and will form a L. I also took a random bearing of 1.5 inch diameter and 3.1 inch of a rod which fits perfectly into the hole of the bearing. Last but not the least, a flat metal piece which will be nailed on my ceiling. So my overall plan to make it rotate 360 degree is that the bottom section will be welded on the outer ring of the bearing and the ceiling part will be welded on its inner ring. And hopefully this might work. I did exactly same that I have mentioned here, but you might have guessed it didn't work out as intended. Because of my absolute terrible welding skills, none of my welds were perfectly straight, and also the center of gravity was too concentrated towards the front end. And the plate which I nailed on the ceiling was just unable to handle that. It never stayed on one spot and swaying all around the place without any control. Sitting and just complaining or regretting on past action is not an ideal solution, so I need to make it work. The first improvement it required was a white flat plate which can withstand the imbalanced CG, and another, the most important improvement required was to create some additional friction on the bearings so that they will stay on one place and won't wander around as shown previously. So my plan to create that additional friction is that I will replace the previously used rod with a 12mm bolt. The nut and the washer will push against the bearing and increase the friction while making it rigid but still rotatable. After attaching the top flat plate and guiding the wires through the hole in the mount for the LED, this part was like basically complete. I screwed up the LED in its mount and now it is time to nail it down on the ceiling. I solved the previously seen problems and now the LED is very steady and holds its position pretty well. And finally, I am satisfied with my work. At this stage, the lighting setup is basically complete. But one very important thing to note here. Being a street light, this was never intended to be used as a table light, so it might cause you some eye strains. Because the LED chips project the light downwards similar to hand torch. So we need some kind of diffusers to soften those beams of light. If we open up the LCD or LED panels from the old broken monitor or laptop, we can get some diffusers there along with transparent acrylic sheet which we can use for another project. You can just lay the glass, create the markings and cut it. After that, you can place two sheets of diffusers on top of one another facing shining side outwards. And now you can just close the lid. After securing the glass by clamping it on the frame, it is ready for a test. As mentioned earlier, it produces soft shadows and the light is uniformly distributed. And we can't notice multiple shadows as we normally do in this type of LED lights where multiple small LED chips are used to create a lamp, and also it helps to reduce the eye strain. This much for this video guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if so, don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to my channel just by clicking on that subscribe button down below and the notification icon just side by. Your small support really motivates me to keep building the projects and create the videos, so please do it. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.